Hi, this is Polyvan Teachers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you like this video. Hi, this is Polyvan Teachers and I am Sagorika Banerjee. Today I will be teaching you one poem. This is the first poem of the book Hornbill, which is a book of class 11 syllabus, English core. Today I will be teaching you this poem, a photograph, which is written by the poet Shirley Towson. So here I start reading the poem. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. A sweet face, my mother's that was before I was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Very important lines of the poem. In this, the first two lines, the poet is saying, the cardboard shows me how it was. The poet comes across a cardboard where the photograph was there, and it shows how it was long time back when the two girl cousins, there were two girl cousins who went for a sea beach holiday, and they went paddling. They were moving near the sea area, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and both the girls were holding the hands of the poet's mother. And she, the big girl, the poet's mother was the big girl amongst them, some 12 years or so. Approximately her age is described as 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair. They had made a pose to get their photograph clicked, and they were smiling through their hair. Means as the wind was blowing, their hair was also moving and coming on their face at the uncle with the camera, and the person who was behind the camera was their uncle who was clicking the photograph. A sweet face, my mother's that was before I was born. It was a very sweet face which was actually my mother's face, and the photograph was clicked a long time back before I was born. That means before the poet was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Very important lines. The waves of the sea had changed very less throughout all these years. The waves of the sea, there is hardly any change in the sea, but it was actually washing the feet of those girls who changed a lot in their life. So, if I tell you about the first stanza, you can very well see it is about a photograph, and there are three characters, or rather four characters in the first stanza. The mother was there, mother of the poet, and her two girl cousins who had gone for the paddling near the sea beach, and their uncle clicked the photograph. The mother was about 12 years or so, and it was also in the last two lines, it is also said that the sea appears to be changed very less, and it washed the terribly transient feet. That means there was hardly any change in the sea throughout these years, but the sea which had washed the feet of those girls those girls have changed a lot. So in the second stanza, if I read, some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. Both ride with the labored ease of loss. Now in these lines, the poet is saying that after 30 years later, means when the photograph was clicked, the age of the mother was only 12. Then after that, after a span of 20-30 years, once the mother came across with the photograph, she got that photograph. And when she saw that photograph, she couldn't control herself from laughter. She laughed. She laughed, and then she said also, see Betty and Dolly. Here we come to know that the name of those cousins were Betty and Dolly. And then she said, and look how they dressed us for the beach. She also commented on the dressing style, on the way they were dressed when they, long before when they went for the sea holiday. The sea holiday was her past. At that moment, when the mother saw the photograph, after a span of 20-30 years, for her, the sea holiday was the moment of past, which could never come back. Similarly, mine is her laughter. Here the poet is saying, for me now, when I am looking the photograph again, after so many years, for me, my mother's laughter has become a moment of past. Both rhyme with the labored ease of loss. Both of us, my mother also cribbed for her past, I also am cribbing for the past. We both are very sad. We are filled with sadness because we have lost those precious moments which will never come back. So here if I discuss the second stanza, so second stanza, the same photograph is there. Some 20-30 years later, the mother, when she saw the photograph, she laughed. And she laughed because her two cousins were there. Their names are disclosed over here, Betty and Dolly. And she laughed on the way they were dressed, their dressing style she laughed at. And for mother, sea holiday was past. For the mother of the poet, the sea holiday was a past moment. Whereas for the poet, her mother's laughter became the past. Now the last stanza, now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. Its silence silences. Again, very important lines of the poem. The poet is disclosing the fact that her mother has died, and it has been a span of almost 12 years. So it is said, now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. That girl in the first stanza lived for, means the photograph was clicked when she was 12 years old. Similarly, here the poet is saying that her mother died, and it has been more approximately 12 years since her mother died. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. The poet is saying, as of this present circumstance, present situation, I do not have to say anything because there is nothing to say at all. Its silence silences. The silence of the photograph is actually making me silent. So if I talk about the third stanza, here you can see the photograph. In the third stanza, it is revealed that the mother had died, and it has been almost 12 years since the mother had died. And the poet is saying she is so sad that there is nothing to say at all about the present situation or circumstances. And the silence of the photograph is actually silencing everybody. Now, the figure of speech used in the poem. So there are a number of figure of speech, or you can say the poetic technique used by the poet in this poem. First is the alliteration, and the examples of alliteration are in the fifth line, first stanza, stood still to smile. This is alliteration. Then comes in the last line of this first stanza, terribly transient feet. Again, terribly transient is alliteration. Then comes in the last line, silence silences. It is also an example of alliteration. Then comes transferred epithet. So transferred epithet is washed their terribly transient feet. So it is an example of transferred epithet. Then comes the second stanza, last line, labored ease of loss. It is an example of oxymoron. And in the last line again, last line of the poem, again, silence, its silence silences. So it is here the personification used. I hope you have understood the poem clearly. Now, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel so that I can give you more videos on more English topics. Till then, bye bye.